What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing you another Pokemon Go video. In today's video, really excited for this one because I'm going to be showing you how the new tracking system works, how to track Pokemon, and just explain how it all works in general about the new tracking system. So a lot of you guys just have like Pokemon on that say sightings on your map, and then it shows grass behind them. That is actually just a form of the new tracker. It's not actually the tracker itself. The tracker is, as you can see by this footage here, I'm going to be running it in the back and then I'll go over it later, is basically there is the nearby Pokemon on top of these sightings now, and then there's actually little pictures around where the Pokemon is, and that takes you to like locations where it's near, like near Pokestops. So you can see he clicks on a Pokemon, it brings them like footsteps appear above the Pokestop, and that's the general area where that Pokemon is. So say there's like a, I don't know, a Nidoking or something on your nearby list, and you click on it, it'll take you to the direction where it is, like what Pokestop it'll be at, or what like landmark it'll be at, and then it'll show you with the footsteps above where you gotta walk to, and then it'll show up on your nearby list. And then with the nearby list, this is where it kind of gets a little bit tricky. So the nearby list isn't, or then it shows up on your sightings list. The sightings list is a little bit tricky though, because the sightings is actually a smaller radius than it used to be. Basically the sightings is what the nearby list used to be in previous updates. So now the sightings are basically what's in your general vicinity around you in like a 500 feet or 800 feet radius around you. And now it's a lot better though, because before the Pokemon would not disappear if they despawned, because if you guys did not know, Pokemon have a certain set amount of timers before it'll like despawn from like the game itself. So for instance, let's say again a Nidoking spawns, right away there's probably 12 minutes or so for you to get there if it just spawned right away. If you found it later on your map, you maybe have less time. So yeah, you have like probably 12 minutes to find it, but say it shows up on your nearby list, you walk over to it, and then it pops up on your sightings. That means it's pretty close to you. So what you're gonna have to do is start walking one way, and if it disappears on your map, because now the sightings list updates every 10 seconds. Before, it didn't really update that fast. You'd have to like kind of restart your game to check to see if a Pokemon despawned, because like even if a Pokemon despawned before, it would still show up there. So then you could kind of be screwed looking for a Pokemon that's not even there, you know? So that's what's kind of like was really annoying. But now that it updates every 10 seconds and changes, like the location of them doesn't really matter on the sightings list. It's just more of like, that's just what's around in your area, and you can find any of those Pokemon. And then it updates every 10 seconds. So if you walk one way and it disappears from your sightings, walk the other way and until it reappears on your sightings again, and keep walking, and then if it disappears, walk the like a 90 degree that way, and if it disappears, then walk the other way. So that's kind of the way you go about it. You go one way, then walk the other way, then walk the other way, then walk the other way. It's not as good as Pokevision, where it's just like, oh, it's exactly right here, but that's fine, because now it still has like a vicinity of where it is. Like, oh, let's say there's a Gyarados at this Pokestop over here, and then when you get close to it, because nearby has a farther range, I don't know the exact range of the nearby, but it has a lot farther range than sightings. Sightings just around you, but sightings, once you get there to that Pokestop, it'll pop up on your sightings, and you just kind of walk around, maybe walk one way straight, and if it disappears, walk the other way straight, and then go back to the Pokestop, walk that way, like the 90 degrees, just kind of follow the circle, and you should find it. And if it stays up one way, then you get closer, if that makes sense. So think of it as a circle. You're walking to the top of the circle, it disappears, then you go to the bottom of the circle, and then you go to the left of the circle, and if it disappears, you go to the right of the circle, and it should be over on the right hand side of the circle if it doesn't disappear. So that's how you're gonna be able to find them. Let me recap that though, because I said a lot of information really fast there. So I'll basically just restate what I said, and I want to hear your thoughts. Do you guys like this new tracker? At least we have like a baseline to find where Pokemon are, and with the nearby feature, it actually tells you the vicinity and where it is. You just gotta walk around a little bit, and it is a smaller radius than before when you're sighting it, so it's a lot easier to find, I do believe, because a lot of people were sending me tweets saying like, oh, I actually found a lot of Pokemon just without the nearby list, because everyone has the new sighting list. So if you have the new sighting list, well, everyone does if you updated your game, that's with the grass and the Pokemon, it basically means they're really near you, so you can just walk around and find it. But alright, so the nearby list, it shows pictures of where the Pokemon are. You can click on it, it takes you to the Pokestop. I don't know if it also does gyms. It takes you to the Pokestop or gym to where the Pokemon vicinity is, and it'll show you on the map with the 3 footprints above it And I don't know if you have it clicked on that Pokemon, if you still like, because right now if you see how his guy looks at the or like if you see how when he clicks on a Pokestop, it shows the 3 steps. I don't know if those 3 steps will go back down to 2 steps and 1 step when you actually get closer to the like if you have that Pokemon still selected, and if you look at the Pokestop, it may go down to 2 steps if you get closer and 1 step if you get closer. That'd be really cool. But I don't have this beta version. A lot of you don't as well. Only a small percentage of people, I should have mentioned that in the beginning, like only a small percentage of people, because they want to test it out first, have actually received this in-game tracker, because they want to test it out, get all the bugs out, and then release it mass to everyone so they can track Pokemon. So unfortunately I was not one of those people to test it out, but we got some footage here to show you guys at least. But yeah, so you click on the Pokemon, takes you to the Pokestop, and then that's you're near it. Then it should show up on your sightings, and then in your sightings you gotta kind of walk around to try and find it. So that's basically what it does. The sightings list updates every 10 seconds. I think the nearby list probably does as well. And so if a Pokemon despawns, you're not hunting for a Pokemon that isn't there. I do believe it doesn't like spawn random duplicates of Pokemon. It still may spawn show duplicates of Pokemon on your sightings if they're actually there, but if they're not, it won't, like it used to just show like a bunch of freaking Pokemon that weren't even on there. And then if you walk away too far, it's gonna disappear. Walk back to where it were, and it should be on there again in like 10 seconds if you're that close. And then walk the other way, then walk the other way. So basically, updates every 10 seconds, tells you what's in your sightings when you're around you, and Pokemon when you find, it'll give you direction. It would be cool if those footsteps go down as you get closer to like that Pokemon that is still selected. I think that might be what it is, but we don't have any actual like footage I don't have any footage to test that. But what do you guys think of the new tracker? Do you think it's awesome? Did this at least help you out, explain like how it works a little bit and everything like that? But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to try and answer them. And don't subscribe for more Pokemon Go videos. Not really. Hope you guys have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys later.